We're going to be in Exodus 31 today, revisiting a subject we looked at when we were looking at the Ten Commandments, and that is the Sabbath. Let me just read these verses to you. It's Exodus 31:15. It says, 6 days shall be done to work, but the seventh is a Sabbath of solemn rest, holy to the Lord. Whoever does any work on the Sabbath day shall be put to death. Therefore the people of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, observing the Sabbath throughout their generations as a covenant forever. You know, it's interesting today that when people talk about the law, they typically talk about the law with the word legalism. They say, well, you know, I don't keep the Sabbath because otherwise I would be a legalist if I did that. But what they don't understand is legalism is when we do certain things in order to get something out of it. For instance, I'm a legalist if everything I do in order to earn something from God. The reason that makes me a legalist is because the Bible makes it clear that salvation is by grace through faith, and that my life is to be lived by grace through faith. So the works that I do should be an overflow of adoration and thanksgiving to God, and not in order to get something from Him. The legalist says, if I do this, then God will do that. But the grace-driven person says, since God has done this for me, in response, I will honor and glorify Him. So when it comes to the Sabbath, some people may say, well, yeah, you may keep the Sabbath, but you're a legalist. I don't keep the Sabbath because I live by grace. Well, what God would say in this passage is, what if you were to receive graciously God's command to keep His Sabbath so that you could use that day as a day to refresh yourself in the Lord? Now, we celebrate the Sabbath in the church today on Sunday because in the New Testament they called that the Lord's Day, and that's when they did that. I encourage you, begin to try to look at the Lord's Day as a day of refreshing. Don't look at it as a way of you getting something from God, but look at it as a day that you would just listen to God, rest in God, enjoy God in response to all that God has accomplished on your behalf in Christ.